My people, we are going to do 10 minutes because it's time for me to sleep. But I can do 10 minutes to answer this question. Then we can go to sleep. Okay? I've had a lot of questions from a lot of you about Aunty Akosua Serwaa, and I laugh at you all the time. I'm like, do you think I'm happy? Amma, why is she in Ghana? How will I know? What is she here to do? Where do you want me to climb so I can get an answer for you? Do you want me to get into her social media and hack it? Or do you want me to hack her brain and tell you? Who is going to let me answer that question for you? If you can't read what is happening on social media and get an answer, where do you think I will read and send it to you? No, I don't have her number. No, she's not my auntie. I don't know anything. You and I are watching it on our phones together. What is visible to you is visible to me. So I'm only going to address questions that are reasonable, that are visible, especially the ones with learning attached to them. This person has just sent me a few screenshots. And it's a screenshot of this woman on the 1 week observation after her husband's passing. And then this woman now, when she's arrived back in Ghana in her glorious return. And she says, Amma, look at her face. You would think it's not the same woman. How is it that after so much trial, so much tribulation, so much infighting with the husband's people, she is looking younger, she's looking fresher? And that is the truth I want to share with you. If you are in a marriage which is oppressive, it can be very difficult. Angie, if your marriage doesn't make you happy, it will dry your skin. If your spouse decides to frolic, you will lose your hair. If your spouse is untamable, when your spouse smells in every pot and in every skirt, just the shame, the embarrassment, the stress, it will dry your skin and will age you 20 years before your time. Yeah. Again. Yeah, Mildred, you are very welcome. Listen. Emma, were you in their house? You don't have to be in a person's house to know what is out there. At least I know that over the last, according to people who say they know, 17 years, this woman's husband has been having 6 children with another woman. At least that we know. That is not something which is, it is not a guess anymore. We know. We recently even saw the children with our own kolo eyes. We've seen the children. And the children that he was supposed to have fathered with this new woman. We've seen them. We have seen the man's family bring this woman on so that she can be paraded as a widow. We've seen it. They've even gone to court. So some of you come back and you are asking these questions. I'm like, are you okay? Hey, Angie, there is nothing that can age you quicker than a difficult marriage. Nothing that can make you look awful faster than unhappiness. Mildred, I'm not a medical personnel, so I can't say about illnesses or not. But at least, as I say, what we have seen is that these children exist. What we have seen is that his family acknowledge that these children are his. How do you know? Because a woman brought them to a funeral that we all saw. This one is not for arguing over. This is just simply knowing what people have put in the frame for us to know. I can't run DNA and confirm nothing, but I can tell you what the family has just paraded for me to see. So, Amma, why is it that that woman is looking fresher? I have a secret for you. I was telling the men that the evil that you do lives after you. When you die and leave your wife, the kind of marriage you had with that woman will be undeniably exposed. There are some women whose husbands, so I saw a video again this week of a girl who had been widowed and she was still shedding tears a year and a bit, or just around a year since the situation happened. Yeah. And there are some women whose spouses die. In fact, for a lot of them, they are under control. So their mind has been corrupted. Their mind has been taken over. They are probably inconsolable until one day they wake up and they realize they no longer live under oppression. There are many widows who will not be sincere and tell you about this. But many widows, a few months after their husbands die. There are some widowers too, a few months after their wives die. They wake up and they like, phew, thank God. No more nonsense. No more foolishness. No more embarrassment. No more trying to hide. Mildred, her husband said, we shouldn't forget or make mockery of her, for she has toiled. Yet they say it's a crime for her to be loved and appreciated when another person is pouring champagne, jubilating that they were happy. Well, I don't even understand those people. Mona, how are you doing? There are many women. I have spoken to many widows in the nearly decade that I have been on this platform. And there are some of those widows who will come back and be sincere to people like me. There's this lady I spoke to recently, and she says, the evil that men do is scarce evil itself. Yeah. This woman I was talking to says, you know, my husband dying is the best thing that has ever happened to me. And I'm looking at this woman like, and she says, yeah, that was a tyrant. That was a source of stress for me. That was it was a source of embarrassment for me. That man made it difficult for me to be in spaces without becoming a public mockery. And now, thank God, he's gone with his nonsense. If you are the nonsense broker, when you go, your wife will breathe a sigh of relief. And when she's no longer dealing with your rubbish, we will see her skin glow. We will see her hair grow. We will see her eyes fill with joy. And sometimes they cannot contain themselves. So another person had sent pictures and videos to me to come and look. Look at this widow. Look at her jumping up and down on a car. I've not spoken to this woman, no. But again, I'm telling you with my kolo eyes watching. Between that woman in July or August when they had the 1 week, and now in January when she's back to her glorious return, now that people are outside camping, hailing, and she can't contain herself because this is the most love she has probably ever seen. Of course she's going to glow. And no, she's not going to be able to force herself to be sad. That seems to surprise some of you. This is not too difficult for me to understand because looking at what has happened now, they have gone to court. So this nonsense is something she's been living with for a long time. We need to play Obapa Christie for you. For some people, the passing of the spouse is a relief. And you will need to ask yourself that question. Are you the kind of spouse whose spouse will be relieved when you die? She is glowing. She is reaping the fruits of her labor. She will feel justified in the sacrifices that she has made. Some of you recognize the sacrifice. Some of you don't recognize the sacrifice. And Davi, she would know her sacrifice. And she is now looking at all these random strangers who are here to come and affirm and to love. Her heart is full. And yes, when your heart is full, your skin glows. Did you see her? She was in sunglasses. Can you see a widow in sunglasses? Yes, I can. I can even see a widow in miniskirt if she wants to. She's single now. Listen again, Mildred. Me, I take a pragmatic stance on this one. If a person wants a side chick, let him go. Don't stay and dry your skin. This is the lesson I have for you. If you stay to tolerate crap, it will dry your skin, like happened to Akosua Serwaa at the 1 week. At the 1 week, she looked a decade older than she looks right now. Right now, she looks 10 years younger than she did. That tells me that even though she is in court, even though she was fighting and she was litigating with some of her husband's people, even in the stress of all these things, she is happier now than she has been for a while. And Joseph, she should enjoy pa. Isn't it funny that a woman who is litigating looks better now than she did when she wasn't litigating? What does that tell you? Yeah, she went through a lot. And some of that lot has been removed from her neck. At least now, most of you already know the story. There is nothing to hide. What tends to happen to women like that is when the men leave, they now have to come up with stories. Daddy will be here next week. Daddy hasn't come for 3 years. Oh, when Daddy was here, Daddy was never here. The witches and wizards from Efia, she should stop wearing that black color clothes. Well, you see, you've also been with a person for a long time. That person is the father of your children. It's not that simple. When you live with a person for a long time, my mother taught me that. So my mother had a stroke before my father died. My dad was ill for 2 weeks before he passed. And my mother, who herself was recovering, did not even have full use of her left hand, insisted on caring for this man who is my own father. It wasn't my stepdad. But I wanted my mother to sit and let other people help. And this woman would not. It took me that episode to really understand how you feel around a person you have spent your youth with. And especially for me now, I understand my mother. I've lived with my husband more than 20 years. It is going to be very difficult to leave that one, to change the dynamics. Yeah, Joseph, to be the sole breadwinner is a lot of weight. Exactly. You see, I'm sure this woman is trying to mourn. I'm sure she is. But she cannot help herself. She cannot help herself. But to look good, when your skin looks good, we can all see. You see in her body language that she has relaxed. She is very relaxed. But the irony is that she is more relaxed now that she's litigating. Doesn't that say a lot to you? She is happier in litigation than what she used to be before litigation. That was oppression. That was oppression. That was a weight. That was a weight. I think the truth of what their life was has already been brought out here. So now you cannot shame the shameless. And yeah, I've seen her see people, and I saw her go like this to go and hug a girl. Yeah, why not? Why not? I will repeat to you what John Kuma's wife just told you. She will refuse to waste her life. And this one should also not waste her life because she has been blessed with life. Uncle Charles, when I loved my dad to bits aggressively. But when my dad passed, I wanted my mom to live her life and enjoy her life. Because you see, my mom is also one of those women. She had lived in my father's shadow for years. My My mom had dedicated herself to his service for years. And so when he passed, I recognized and I mentioned to my mom that it is time for you to enjoy not being in anybody's service. It is time for you to focus on you and the things that you want to do. Eat what you want to eat. Have a shower if you want to have one. If you don't want to have one, you have no explanation to give nobody. Fart in your own bedroom. And when I brought it up, she was laughing. But yeah, does my mother miss my dad? Of course. She still hasn't fully learned how to live without him. But is it easier? People grieve differently. Of course they do. Baby Gold, of course they do. But there are so many of you who think that a person is grieving means that you stop living your life. That is ridiculous. How can a widow be running to hug people? So now widows don't hug people anymore. Look at her, shameless woman, blowing kisses at people. You have never been famous. That's why. If a group of people have come to meet you like that before, you will not talk this nonsense. I have never seen the crowd she has seen. There have been a few people, 1 or 2 people come and see me in places. But when those people come to see me, you should see me blowing kisses, jumping up and down. The day you will have a crowd assemble because of you, you will understand her. Until that day comes, shut up and allow people to enjoy the blessings the Lord give them. Sister Ajo Chumwa says, you are extremely proud of Akosua Serwaa. You are glad she made a loud statement of her absence at the funeral. Me too. In fact, when a spouse disrespects you this much, that is how they should be treated, with the disdain they deserve. I agree. But as for the fact that they were married, I will come and claim with your full chest. Yeah? You see, there are lessons here. The men who have lived in sincerity with their wives. The men whose passing was a great grief to their wives. Those wives are able to stay grieving for a while. Even when they decide to move on, they don't do so too publicly. They do so quietly because they don't want to rub in anybody's face. But when the track record is not track recording, when the fundamentals are weak, you shall be exposed, you know. You will be exposed when the fundamentals are weak. I've seen many women try to grieve. And then somebody will cook some good banku, or good eba, or good oshefima. Which other foods do you people eat? Good curry goat. And the day good curry goat is cooked, that person is eating. They are eating. Nana Jessica, thank you. I've seen women try and cry. And then they smell the curry goat. Oh, they will eat. Sister Miriam, come and give me an update. How are you getting on in your course? What have you started creating? I need to hold you accountable and make sure you haven't just bought things to keep. Okay? Come and let me know how you're getting on. Yeah. Sister Janet. When the fundamentals are weak, you shall be exposed. When the relationship is not solid, she cannot cry for too long. When the relationship is not solid, she will move on. When the relationship is not solid, one day she'll be crying and they will play a song and she will sing. Somebody says, look at this fake woman. She was at some chief's palace recently and they started playing the song. She was overwhelmed by emotion for 3 seconds and she started singing. When the fundamentals are weak, it shall be exposed. Sister Fieje Kumwa. I'm not even sure about protesting a court verdict too. I agree, it's disrespectful, but it suggests that each one of us would need to start looking with akolokolo eyes to make sure that if we are in situations where we need to remove ourselves, we remove ourselves and don't wait for some courts to make judgments for you. That whilst a person lives, you settle your scores. Don't let things hang. This is one of the lessons I have learned from this story. This woman is lucky that random strangers have decided to bring justice to her, and she has received some reward for what she has done. If nothing else goes her way, the heroic return she has received in this trip, oh, she's going to be thinking about that for years to come. It will warm her heart for years to come. Yeah. I greet you with lots of love too, Sister Miriam. But after this video, like I said, come and give me an update, Yes. Her heart will be warmed for a long time to come. When she thinks of when her enemies were laughing, she will always remember that the Lord puts laughter in the mix for her. Sister Mary says you are happy for her. Let her be happy. It's good for her well-being. Of course it is. She's not been happy for a long time. I mean, when you saw the first videos, or you need help, okay, please inbox me and let me walk you through. But you should have had an email from me. It is from Money Ama, and it would give you your login details. If you haven't got that email, you can't access it, let me know. I will resend it, yeah? Your login is there. You use that to log in, and it will take you straight to the course. Ahmed, salamu alaikum. Frederick, yeah. So listen, me, what course are we talking about? Their generation is different. They are the enduring folk, living under circumstances we will not tolerate. Try that. You will have a heart attack in 3 weeks. Go and try what Akosua Serwaa just did. You try it. Me, I will not survive 1 month. I cannot. Yeah. Coming to social media was also part of what I was doing to grieve. My dad used to do the radio stations, and he shared himself. And that's the reason why I wanted to carry on in sharing that. The whole outreach and coming out was linked in with many things. But yeah, the things I chose to talk about were inspired by my dad. And you guys would hear that I talk about my dad a lot. And me, if I attempt to do what my mother did, I would die in 6 months. Oh, Michelle, you are very welcome. I cannot do what my mom did, though. But let's not celebrate what my mom did. It gave her a stroke before she was 70. And for the last decade, my mother has been a person recovering from a stroke and managing and living with the ramifications of a stroke. She is lucky. She became mobile again and she can talk and the rest of it. But her body was weakened by that thing. And now that I have understood how cardiovascular illnesses work properly, a lot of the things that my mom did not articulate, a lot of the things that my mom thought she was coping with, a lot of those things were responsible for the stroke that she had. So although my mother and her generation were supposed to be tougher than whatever, they were not even that tough. They themselves had a lot of illnesses. There is another woman I know who died about a decade ago, having also had a stroke, who worked as hard as my mom did, who was also in a very city. I've seen a lot of women similar to that. They don't do well. They get ill. They get ill. They have strokes. They get paralyzed. They have heart attack. It is from years of suppression. It's not something I'm about to let anybody recommend to me. I'm not accepting that nonsense. Me, I am vocal. Me, I cannot do what I cannot do. Oh, I cannot be more loyal to anybody else than me. I love this girl too. I care about this girl too. I love everybody the same way I love this girl. Thank you. And sometimes when you see that something is raising your blood pressure, my sister, come out yourself from there. You might not be lucky like this woman. My mom never received a standing ovation anywhere. But my mom did exactly some of the things that this woman has done. maybe even more in some cases. My mom has never had anybody meet her at any airport. When you see my mom, she is walking with one walking stick like this. My mom is now this tall. Even the wind can carry my mom away. Yeah, that's what she got. No reward, no public acknowledgement. So don't think that this woman has had a standing ovation and everybody who does that is going to have a standing ovation. You might not be that lucky. In fact, she's one of the rare ones who are lucky, who get that. I will not take a risk on this one. I might just reward myself. Thank you. Me, I'd like to reward myself. I'd like to do what works for me. Anyway, those of you who are here, whilst you are here, let me tell you, I am in the business of changing my life, not in changing other people's lives. I am in the business of changing my life. And one of the things that a lot of you need to check from my arsenal is my public speaking course. I have now got a full course which is for public speaking. And it's for people who know that your communication skills are not exactly on point and you need to work on it. It might be that you are working on it for your career, or you are working on it for the sake of starting a content creation platform, or you want to speak, different reasons. But yeah, I've created a course. It is a very comprehensive course which offers you 3 pathways. I have put it on a monthly, so you don't have to pay for it all up front. I have just put the link right here. Go and check it out, okay? Go and learn how to communicate. Invest in yourself. A lot of you sisters are busy investing in places before you invest in yourself. Hey, go and buy a course for yourself. Go and learn how to speak. Go and improve your outcomes. That's the one you can see. Let me pin it for you. That class doesn't need you to do anything. You just get in. The lessons are all set out for you. And I also have a club which meets once a week. So you can join the club and you can come and practice your speeches in the club. If you want to work on your own, you are enabled to do so. Okay? Yeah, so that's one. The other one I was talking to Miriam about is a course that I am very excited about yet again. It is we are changing our lives 2026. We are not here to mess about. So yeah, we talk about Akosua Serwaa for 5 minutes, but you see me, I don't pay my bills with Akosua Serwaa. I try and pick lessons for you, but we move on. I have to move on. I like it when you talk about social issues. I'm like, great. I also enjoy social issues, but you know, my landlord does not accept social issues. So let me show you the other course that Sister Miriam and I were talking about. You've checked it out. The course you got is supposed to be used for 7 days to help you create a digital asset. This course can be for as long as you want. I have 3 pathways, and you have 7 challenges in each pathway. And so you can work your way through gradually. When you finish one pathway, you can go to the next pathway and so on. But yeah, the second course, which is something I am very excited about, is this one. This course is Asset Launch Vault. This course is important for a lot of you because it gives you a blueprint that you can use to create your book, to create your podcast, to create your PDF, to create your audiobook, and to decide which of those things you should. Yeah. Miriam, a change for your life will come, and it will start with investments. So people will say to me, I just made my first course. I've not made money. Don't worry. Keep going. Keep going. Try something. I was telling somebody, when you first write your book, it may go out, boom, or for most people, it doesn't. Start a podcast. Add it to the book. Make an audio book. Add it to the book. Start appearing on other podcasts as a guest. After a while, you start a Facebook and Instagram, and one day you will look behind and you have a whole empire. And then that day, you will start making crazy sales. There are many, many secrets to this progress. When I first started this, I was in a hurry to see results yesterday. and I stressed myself for no reason. It works, but it takes time. Anyway, I've put 2 things there that should be useful to those of you who are interested in working. Yeah? Click on them, go and buy those courses, join us, and let's work. But whilst we are at it and we are busy gossiping about Akosua Serwaa, I'm only interested in gossiping about Akosua Serwaa so that you and I can learn lessons. If you don't want your wife to look nicer when you die, treat her well. Make her happy when you are here so that when you die, she can look haggard. You can't fake it. You cannot fake it. A person will not look haggard if they rest more when you die. A person cannot look haggard if they have more peace when you die. And there are some spouses, when you die, your spouse has more peace. If you are one of those people, your spouse is going to start looking better when you die, and everybody's going to see it. And why does she look nicer now she's litigating? I wonder why. Alice, come. I need a few courses for you this year, and I have a few challenges for you this year, because as for you, you have been in my ecosystem for a while, and I am looking to push you further and to see more results. If you want your wife to be very sad when you die, make yourself indispensable in her life. There are some people, when their spouse dies, you cannot console them. They are jumping in onto the coffin. I saw this woman she cried, and you could not speak to her. That was a guy who was everything to her. Everything to her. It is obvious, so the women whose husbands are everything to them, you cannot fake it. We shall know. And the women whose husbands are nothing but trouble for them, we shall see peace and its effect on them. We shall see unhideable happiness when you are gone. We will see signs and symptoms that you were not exactly good for her. We will see. She will try and hide, but she cannot hide. We will see her personality change when you are no longer around. We will see her. We will hear her laugh when we never heard it when you were around. People have told me all sorts. So Akosua Serwaa, yesterday when they were going, she was very friendly. Up until now, the times that we've seen this woman, she was supposed to be very quiet, very docile, does not like talking, yadi yadi blah. I'm sorry. When she was arriving at the airport, we've seen a few people's phone videos where she was asking people about their well-being and whatnot. That's not a timid woman, you know? I am not buying that nonsense. She is not timid. But up until this week, that was the rhetoric. No, she's not timid. She was just subdued. She was subdued. I've seen her bubbly, running to go and hug people. She's bubbly. She's bubbly. Something has just been sitting on it. She's bubbly. Living Habs, please, I have liked your comments, okay? Me and my AI, we like your comments automatically. Yvonne Salki. And we have even replied, see? Mimi Gold, I'm telling you, unhideable happiness. Happiness you cannot hide. What else can it be apart from unhideable? The peace that transcends everything else shall be seen on her face. Many women have personality adjustment when oppressive marriages end with the death of a spouse. Personality adjustments. They become more chirpy. They become more vocal because there is space for them to speak. There is room for their voice to be heard. That is how everybody will know that you were a tyrant when you were alive. If you don't want people to know that you were a tyrant, don't be a tyrant, because she will not be able to hide it. So those of you who are busy sending me pictures of Akosua Serwaa, I'm just saying, Wafa Ben, good evening, Afishapa. When your wife looks better after your death than when you lived, it is exposing your fundamentals. No, your wife should be very sad that you are gone. So we should see her skin dry. We should see lines. We should see lines on her face. It's a long time indeed. We should see her skin break into rashes because she's stressed. If you are a good man, the peace that you used to bring, removed from her system, should dry her out. But that is not what we see in a lot of these situations. We see women become more relaxed. We see them become more chilled. We see them become more happy. What does that tell you? My people, when they become happy, what does that tell you? I mean, she looks 10 years younger. What does that tell you? I'm still singing Obapa Christie's song. Kanina me so near my guntai and kanina me so near. Yeah, yes. You are this year. The fundamentals will expose you. The lesson is for all of us. If you don't want people to know you as a tyrant, don't be a tyrant, because you cannot hide. We will know. By their fruits they shall be known. And you will bear fruits. I always say that the way you live determines a lot of the things that happen when you are gone. Those who put things in order, they leave order. Those who live in disorder, they leave disarray. They do. And the fact that this story is so shambolic, the fact that this story is all over the place, to me, there are no winners in this thing. No. It just shows that things were not sorted, you know. People were fed lines. People say, I'm the second woman. As for me, I don't think my sympathy will ever go to the second woman, because you knew that he had a wife. You knew. Oh, as for being mischievous, me. Mischief, ask my mom. So mischievous is not an accusation, it's my middle name. Davi. Mischievous is my middle name. Wahala is my middle name. It's not an accusation at all. It's certainly not an insult, I tell you. So me, it's almost 11. You don't want to saman chen, then put your house in order. Joseph Kramper, put your house in order. Kwesi Deutschland, put your house in order. Put your house in order. Call your dogs to order. Call your dogs to order. Make sure that you don't leave things by-hatically. It's not good. No, don't do it. George, don't do it. Your sister is here trying to draw lessons for you. And people are like, tell Akosua Serwaa. Tell her what? You think I have her number? Do you think a woman who is busy becoming a superstar in Ghana has time to be listening to me and my yeye video? No. My yeye video is for those of you who are yeye like me, who are here watching me. I'm yeye, and you are yeye. You are here with me. We are the ones watching this and hearing this and learning from it. Tell that Akosua Serwaa. What would I tell that woman? Do you people know her age? She's not my age mate. That woman is my auntie. I'm a small girl, please. No, I haven't lived my own life. On which qualification am I advising whom? People. So what are you people asking me to tell her not to wear sunglasses just because she's a widow? Me, I wanted to remove my mother's black after about 3 months, because my mother wearing black for a year was not going to bring my dad back. I wanted my mom to move on and to think. And anybody who knows will bear me up. I love my father aggressively. But it doesn't mean that my mother's life needs to end. My father was dead. My mother is here. My mother should live. She should live. Put things in order. Godwin, if you don't put things in order, disarray will show your fundamental weaknesses. It will. And many men with many wives die. The ones who put things in order, we don't see disarray. There are men who will give each woman her due and settle everybody before they die. When they die, the women are comfortable. There might have been many women, but they are settled, they are comfortable. They are not here to bicker with family members. There are men who tell their family members not to go near this thing and to ring fence things. They do. We don't see chaos after those people depart. It is those who don't put order. Those who leave their dogs wild. They will back. They will back. Whatever you don't sort out will expose you. Says the girl whose father's funeral had 4 different colored brochures. I've told you repeatedly. If you have factions, you will have different colored brochures. If you have voices, they will all be heard. They will be heard. If you have skeletons, they will come dancing. Don't keep skeletons. They are naughty skeletons. They will come out and dance. When they dance, people will ask questions, what killed them? Don't keep skeletons, I love you. You know I love you. And at the moment, I'm appreciating your kokonsa. I wish that I would be in a position to stay here and do more kokonsa with you. But tomorrow morning, I have to get up and go to work. And me, I'm not coping well. So let me go. We have to put things in order. Yeah. If you don't learn anything from this Lumba situation, at least learn that you must put things in order. And go put things in order. Nazi, if you do that, then this whole brouhaha has been worth it and it has served you. Eric, it's good to see you. I love you. But please, find the links that I just posted. Go and find the courses that I'm busy telling you guys about. Make sure that those of us who are learning to be on the ascendancy, we don't ascend and leave you here. And I have a group called the Ascendancy Collective. I'm inviting some of you to come and check the Ascendancy Collective and to become members of the collective. In the Ascendancy Collective, we don't gossip about Mame Akosua Serwaa. On the Ascendancy Collective, every morning I come and tell you something to do to change your life. I teach you how to build assets that can make you money. I always say to you guys that I want you to be able to, you see me, I want you to go into your payment gateway. Today has not even been a good day. Today's money is not really good. Can you see the numbers? Yeah, yesterday. See, yesterday I made this money. Today I've only made this money. But as much as I am tempted to be disappointed about today's money, I also told myself, if every day I made that money, every single day I made that amount of money, at the end of the month, it will add up and be nice. It will be very nice to me. Click on some of those courses that I have just shared with you. They will help you loads to get yourself ready to your self-catapult. Yeah? Find suitable ones. Those of you who already have businesses and you could deal with refining your business systems to work with one platform that will allow you to run your business effectively, especially now that we've integrated AI, then come let me know. You can go to moneyama.com. Money as in money, sika, filus, cash. Ama, A-M-A, moneyama.com. Go there, you will see the platform. You have a 14-day free trial, so go see it for 14 days. You don't pay a thing. After you get in, if you know what you're doing, you carry on. When you get in and you look at it and you're like, hey, whoa, Amma, I don't know what to do, then come. Hey, Habiba, you cannot open the links. Is it my hometown people or Habiba? Is it your hometown people? Because I don't understand, though, Sister Habiba. Hey, yeah, please, when we finish this thing, try and click on the links again. If it doesn't open, yes, Mimi, we will make cash. And I always say, I'm not asking you to do what I don't do. Everything I'm teaching you to do, I do. I want you to do as I do, not to do as I say. Okay. Yes. Those of you who have problems, please reply. Right now, though, I'm going to go to sleep. When I wake up early in the morning, I will reply. Okay. Talata. So, we will gossip about Akosua Serwaa for 5 seconds. And then our landlord will send us emails about paying our rent. And I hope that we all receive sense and start focusing on the things that will pay rent. Me, one of the biggest reminders for me is a young man who left to go to university. Before he went, his accommodation needed to be paid. Otherwise, he would not be accommodating. So we paid accommodation. Then his tuition needed to be paid. Hey, yeah. And after my husband and I were reeling, crying about that one, we remembered. The other one too is about to go. Hey, even this one. He needs resources. He needs pocket money. Habiba. Hey. Tell me. There are many things that discipline me and teach me sense. The boy has gone back to school. It has taught me correct sense. So you people, come on, let's make money. We will gossip and we will learn lessons from other people's lives, and then we will apply things that will help us improve our lives. Me, I am more interested in improving my life because I don't like where my life is. Poverty was not made for me. I should not be in the realms of poverty. I was made for the silver spoon. So I am busy building my own spoon to put in my mouth. Some of you were not born with a silver spoon. It doesn't matter. Make sure you die with one in your mouth. Me, I want to die chewing a golden spoon, not even a silver one. The day I die, I must be biting gold. I want my children, my children's children to tell tales about me and the escape from poverty that I have just taken us all through. That is me. That is my assignment. So those of you who also need to move, our name is the Ascenders. And that is where I want to spend most of my time, talking about the Ascenders and the Ascendancy Collective. That's what I want to do. If you are interested in learning how to make money online, if you are interested in making digital assets, I don't understand what everybody is on about clock it. Mimi, if you don't, I've seen videos about you talking about people who are making money, you asking people to not waste. If you are interested, just inbox me. You can send ascendancy. You can send ascend. And then when I wake, I will respond to you. You guys are very exciting. I hate to leave you. There's a lot of you. It is intoxicating to see all of you on the page, considering I have been in the hinterlands for so long. But I've also got to learn sense and go to sleep. Otherwise, I will not survive work tomorrow. So I'll see you in the morning on my drive to work. Okay? If you haven't followed the page, follow the page. Make sure you've turned the notification on so that when I'm on, you see. Okay? Mwah.